13 benefits of yoga that are supported by science. September 29, 2019. Yoga is known for its capacity to ease pressure and advance unwinding. Actually, various examinations have demonstrated that it can diminish the discharge of cortisol, the essential pressure hormone. One examination exhibited the incredible impact of yoga on worry by following 24 ladies who saw themselves as genuinely upset. Following a 3-month yoga program, the ladies had essentially lower levels of cortisol. They likewise had lower levels of pressure, uneasiness, weariness and discouragement. Another investigation of 131 individuals had comparative outcomes, indicating that 10 weeks of yoga diminished pressure and tension. It additionally improved personal satisfaction and psychological wellness. At the point when utilized alone or alongside different techniques for easing pressure, for example, contemplation, yoga can be an incredible method to hold worry under control. 2. Diminishes anxiety. Numerous individuals start rehearsing yoga as an approach to adapt to sentiments of tension. Strangely enough, there is a considerable amount of research demonstrating that yoga can help decrease uneasiness. In one examination, 34 ladies determined to have a nervousness issue partook in yoga classes twice week by week for 2 months. Toward the finish of the examination, the individuals who rehearsed yoga had altogether lower levels of nervousness than the benchmark group. Another examination followed 64 ladies with post-horrible pressure issue (PTSD), which is described by serious tension and dread after introduction to an awful mishap. Following 10 weeks, the ladies who rehearsed yoga once week after week had less manifestations of PTSD. Actually, 52% of members no longer met the measures for PTSD by any means. It's not so much clear precisely how yoga can lessen indications of uneasiness. Nonetheless, it underscores the significance of being available at the time and finding a feeling of harmony, which could help treat uneasiness. 3. May reduce inflammation. Notwithstanding improving your emotional well-being, a few investigations propose that rehearsing yoga may decrease irritation also. Irritation is a typical invulnerable reaction, yet constant aggravation can add to the advancement of master provocative sicknesses, for example, coronary illness, diabetes and malignancy. A recent report separated 218 members into 2 gatherings, the individuals who rehearsed yoga routinely and the individuals who didn't. The 2 gatherings at that point performed moderate and arduous activities to incite pressure. Toward the finish of the investigation, the people who rehearsed yoga had lower levels of fiery markers than the individuals who didn't. Additionally, a little 2014 examination indicated that 12 weeks of yoga decreased incendiary markers in bosom disease survivors with diligent exhaustion. Albeit more research is expected to affirm the advantageous impacts of yoga on irritation, these discoveries show that it might help secure against specific infections brought about by constant aggravation. 4. Could improve heart health. From siphoning blood all through the body to providing tissues with significant supplements, the soundness of your heart is a fundamental segment of in general well-being. Studies show that yoga may help improve heart well-being and diminish a few hazard factors for coronary illness. One investigation found that members more than 40 years old who rehearsed yoga for a long time had a lower circulatory strain and heartbeat rate than the individuals who didn't. Hypertension is one of the significant reasons for heart issues, for example, coronary episodes and stroke. Bringing down your pulse can help decrease the danger of these issues. Some examination additionally proposes that consolidating yoga into a sound way of life could help moderate the movement of coronary illness. An investigation followed 113 patients with coronary illness, taking a gander at the impacts of a way of life change that included 1 year of yoga preparing joined with dietary alterations and stress the board. Members saw a 23% abatement in all-out cholesterol and a 26% decrease in terrible LDL cholesterol. Furthermore, the movement of coronary illness halted in 47% of patients. It's hazy the amount of a job yoga may have had versus different variables like eating routine. However, it can limit pressure, one of the significant supporters of coronary illness. 5. Improves quality of life. Yoga is getting progressively regular as an assistant treatment to improve personal satisfaction for some people. In one investigation, 135 seniors were doled out to either a half year of yoga, strolling or a benchmark group. Rehearsing yoga fundamentally improved personal satisfaction, just as state of mind and exhaustion, contrasted with different gatherings. Different investigations have taken a gander at how yoga can improve personal satisfaction and diminish side effects in patients with disease. A comparable report took a gander at how 2 months of yoga influenced ladies with bosom malignancy. Toward the finish of the examination, the ladies had less torment and exhaustion with enhancements in levels of strengthening, acknowledgement and unwinding. A comparative report took a gander at how 2 months of yoga influenced ladies with bosom disease. Toward the finish of the investigation, the ladies had less agony and weariness with enhancements in levels of empowerment, acknowledgement and unwinding. Different examinations have discovered that yoga may help improve rest quality, upgrade otherworldly prosperity, improve social capacity and diminish side effects of nervousness and sorrow in patients with malignant growth. 6. May fight depression. A few investigations show that yoga may have an energizer impact and could help decline indications of misery. This might be on the grounds that yoga can diminish levels of cortisol, a pressure hormone that impacts levels of serotonin, the synapse regularly connected with sorrow. In one examination, members in a liquor reliance program rehearsed Sudarshan Kriya, a particular sort of yoga that centers around cadenced relaxing. Following 14 days, members had less manifestations of discouragement and lower levels of cortisol. They additionally had lower levels of ACTH, a hormone answerable for invigorating the arrival of cortisol. Different examinations have had comparable outcomes, indicating a relationship between rehearsing yoga and diminished side effects of misery. In light of these outcomes, yoga may help battle despondency, alone or in mix with conventional techniques for treatment. 7. Could reduce chronic pain. Ceaseless agony is a steady issue that influences a large number of individuals and has a scope of potential causes, from wounds to joint pain. There is a developing assortment of research showing that rehearsing yoga could help diminish numerous sorts of interminable agony. In one investigation, 42 people with carpal passage condition either got a wrist support or did yoga for about 2 months. Toward the finish of the investigation, yoga was seen as increasingly compelling in decreasing agony and improving grasp quality than wrist supporting. Another examination in 2005 demonstrated that yoga could assist decline with tormenting and improve physical capacity in members with osteoarthritis of the knees. Albeit more research is required, joining yoga into your everyday schedule might be valuable for the individuals who experience the ill effects of ceaseless torment. 8. Could promote sleep quality. Poor rest quality has been related with corpulence, hypertension and sorrow, among different clutters. Studies show that joining yoga into your routine could help advance better rest. In a recent report, 69 old patients were appointed to either rehearse yoga, take a homegrown planning or be a piece of the benchmark group. The yoga bunch nodded off quicker, dozed longer and felt very much refreshed toward the beginning of the day than different gatherings. Another investigation took a gander at the impacts of yoga on rest in patients with lymphoma. They found that it diminished rest aggravations, improved rest quality and span and decreased the requirement for rest prescriptions. In spite of the fact that the manner in which it works isn't clear, yoga has been appeared to expand the emission of melatonin, a hormone that controls rest and attentiveness. Yoga likewise significantly affects tension, wretchedness, incessant agony and stress, every single normal supporter of rest issues. 9. Improves flexibility and balance. Numerous individuals add yoga to their wellness routine to improve adaptability and equalization. There is significant research that backs this advantage, exhibiting that it can improve execution using explicit represents that target adaptability and equalization. An ongoing report took a gander at the effect of 10 weeks of yoga on 26 male school competitors. Doing yoga essentially expanded a few proportions of adaptability and parity, contrasted with the benchmark group. Another examination allotted 66 older members to either rehearse yoga or workout, a sort of body weight workout. A recent report additionally found that rehearsing yoga could help improve parity and versatility in more established grown-ups. A recent report likewise found that rehearsing yoga could help improve parity and portability in more seasoned grown-ups. Rehearsing only 15 to 30 minutes of yoga every day could have a major effect for those hoping to improve execution by expanding adaptability and parity. 10. Could help improve breathing. Pranayama, or yogic breathing, is a training in yoga that centers around controlling the breath through breathing activities and methods. Most sorts of yoga consolidate these breathing activities, and a few examinations have discovered that rehearsing yoga could help improve relaxing. In one investigation, 287 undergrads took a 15-week class where they were instructed different yoga postures and breathing activities. Toward the finish of the investigation, they had a noteworthy increment in crucial limit. Imperative limit is a proportion of the most extreme measure of air that can be removed from the lungs. It is particularly significant for those with lung illness, heart issues and asthma. Another examination in 2009 found that rehearsing yogic breathing improved side effects and lung work in patients with mellow to direct asthma. Improving breathing can help assemble continuance, upgrade execution and keep your lungs and heart solid. 11. May relieve migraines. A recent report